On to our next award now. The Arch Award recipients are selected each year by their peers. It's a group of dedicated alumni volunteers, past recipients as well, who they review all of these nomination packages with care, and then they select the winners from there in each category. The next category today is the Community Commitment Award. It recognizes a graduate who has made outstanding contributions through their professional or volunteer service and who through that work has had a significant impact on their community. So let's learn a little bit more about this year's award recipient.
The 2022 Community Commitment Award recipient is Dr. Hakique Virani, Doctor of Medicine, 2001. Associate Clinical Professor in the Department of Medicine at the University of Alberta and Medical Director at the Metro City Medical Clinic. Dr. Virani is a specialist physician in public health and preventative medicine and in addiction medicine. A tireless advocate for health equity and harm reduction, Dr. Virani's exemplary leadership has impacted policies and practices in battling Alberta's opioid crisis. In 2015, Dr. Virani championed the first on-reserve naloxone distribution program in Canada, the impetus for the current province-wide program. Dr. Virani frequently contributes to international news outlets on substance abuse and addiction issues, continuing the dialogue that is necessary to remove the stigma surrounding addiction and those impacted in its wake. Congratulations to our 2022 Community Commitment Award recipient, Dr. Hakique Virani.
Wow. So like Eric, being back in Calgary, I've been combing through memories myself, and one of my earliest ones is sitting with my mom at the kitchen table, her helping me with a little art project. We were tracing the logo of the Aga Khan Foundation for Global Poverty Solutions. And the logo, if you don't know, is a stylized representation of a right hand. Symbolizes skill and achievement and caring. And my dad came by and looked over my shoulder, and he pointed out to me that the fingers on that logo, just like on my little hand, were all different from each other. One of them, the thumb, so unapologetically different that it even moved in a way to oppose the other fingers. And that only because of these differences could the human hand grasp so strongly. And then 25 years later, I found myself a young medical officer of health traveling in Siksika, Blackfoot Nation. And an elder spotted me admiring a craft replica of a teepee. And she came over and, like my dad used to do, she put her hand on my shoulder and started to explain to me that each of those pine poles, she said, is important to that structure. Should one of them bow or splinter, the others will shift ever so slightly, and the teepee will remain tall and strong and beautiful. But were you to remove that bowed or splintered stick, all of them would collapse. That structure could protect no one. The lesson, I think, is that the measure of a community is not quite how it protects its most vulnerable, but the integrity of its connections, the authenticity of belonging. So people who are hurt, like the fractured pine pole, and people who are different, like the thumb on a little boy's hand. In strong communities, those people are needed as they are. Not tolerated, not fixed, not saved, but needed as they are. They belong as they are. They matter. So I'm honored indeed to be recognized for commitment to a community, but I feel like I have to say the honor of my life has been belonging to them, to the Ismaili community where I was raised, to the Indigenous communities who welcomed and taught this outsider, to the genuinely caring inner city community where I work, and to the relentlessly loving harm reduction workers and researchers and policy reformers and advocates of people who use drugs who teach me so much. If I may, as we try and find our way to an end of this global pandemic which continues, I would urge our university and our Alumni Association to continue embracing their roles as members of a community of civil society institutions who must be true nurturers of diversity and engines and stewards of progress, disruptors. And yes, when necessary, like opposable thumbs, guardians of truth and facts in these really challenging, very, very weird times. So, thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Hakique. You can certainly feel your emotion and your commitment to community through your words, so thank you.